do, folks? How you doing? Just a quick one. The lunatics have taken over the asylum, and they have indeed. Now the thing is, you got to ask yourself why. Because we let them. How? Because we let them. Why are they continuing? Because we let them. They've brainwashed the public, the people, the masses, into believing that these servants are our masters. And they've also brainwashed the folks into believing, truly believing, and they have a lot of these shill groups and other groups that have just fell for the bollocks perpetuating it, but they truly have you believing that you've got to speak their legalese quasi-language to get anywhere, or to stand your own ground and stand up for yourself. It's no, you don't. It's a myth. I speak in plain simple English with plain simple counting systems. If there's any other language being spoken here, I require a translator. You've just rebutted the presumption that you can understand anything that they say, or that you do understand anything that they say. Again, legalese, but as you know, I don't subscribe to it. I don't care. I try not to say the word person, but if I do, I don't give a shit, because it's not in my notices. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking plain simple English. I'm talking in a way that folks can understand and can comprehend and get what I'm saying in plain simple English. You don't need to talk like an idiot. You don't need to be scared of saying a word in case you create some joinder with your mate that you're chatting with. Don't fall for it. Do not fall for it. You do not need to worry about words. You just need to make it clear of the language you are speaking in, and the fact that if there's any other language being spoken, you do require a translator, which is natural. Is it not? They can't deny you, and they can't then continue in another language, presuming, and this is where the courts work with presumptions and assumptions, presuming you understand. In your acquiescence, again, the acquiescence, you allow them to believe that you understand. You need to make sure they know that you don't. And they're railroading. People say it didn't work. That's a load of bollocks. That's their intimidation. That's the only response they can do, is intimidate you, because they can do no more. It did work. You just don't know how to move forward. That's the bit you need to get, and you only get it by knowing who you are. You don't need to learn all the processes and all the skills and techniques and knowledge that I've got or anybody else has got. You just need your own knowledge of who you are. The fact that this is a trust, the fact that they're doing commerce, and the fact that you're not part of this commerce. You haven't consented to it. There's much that you can write in many, many notices, but the bottom line, it's better in your own bloody words. Once you've stated at the top of the page that you're talking in plain simple English, plain simple counting systems, and you put at the end of the page all words defined by you, the man or woman who's wrote it, you've cracked all the semantics and all the legalese and all the bullshit that you're afraid of. So don't put too much effort into learning all of the stuff of their system. It's their stuff. It's their system, it's their deception, it's how you get trapped and wrapped up in it, it's how you can't move forward, it's how you get subjugated by subjugation, it's the way they proceed. Don't get wrapped up in it. You're delaying your learning by letting others take you down rabbit holes that are going to take years to filter through. Years. If you think you've got years to get into the semantics of legalese, fair play, go for it. It's not a bad bit of knowledge to have, don't knock me on that. But it's not exactly necessary for what you're trying to achieve. So if you're trying to achieve something now, next week or next month, over issues and problems you've got or are coming, you're not going to find any solution in them problems in going down rabbit holes that are going to take you years to filter through and have a great comprehension of, to the point where you're trying to. Nobody can download the sort of information into your head that you want. And I have to admit, over the last few days there has been an inundation of folks with more problems, and it's really sad to see that it really is progressing this fast, and nobody's really seeing. I suppose folks like me that deal with others' problems are seeing it, because all of a sudden they're coming from literally every direction that they didn't used to come from. All the folks that never needed any problems have now got problems, and this shows folks like me that there's a huge progression in their steps and what they're doing. Now what we've got to get, and you've got to get onto this really, really quickly, this progression doesn't stop, and we're only just beginning. This is going to get worse and worse, so if you haven't got any problems yet, you are going to, I'm absolutely sure. And those that are getting these problems at the minute, these are little problems to the ones that are coming with the agendas of this New World Order, this very well publicised New World Order, and what we are clearly seeing in front of our faces, especially with the COVID scamdemic. So folks do need to either step up to the knowledge, or at least start putting what they do know on paper. And that is, I don't consent to your crap. I don't consent to your... I don't use the word crap, but just in my generalisation. But I don't consent to your corporation. I don't consent to being treated as part of your corporation. You have no signed in wetting contract with me. If you believe you have any authority over me whatsoever, I require proof of claim. By way of a signature in wet ink and blah 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 blah. There's loads of things you can write, but you put it in your words and you're telling them that you don't consent to this shit. You have to, because then when it comes to later, when they're trying to play with you, you've already covered your arse. It's preempting them, it's handling your own affairs. Now it'd be lovely if we could just send one piece of paper away and everybody just runs away and never comes near you again. Doesn't happen that way. We've allowed them to create this virtual slave system where they truly believe that everybody they come across is part of their slave system. So unless you're wearing a neon sign saying some abracadabra word that keeps them away, how the hell do they know until they harass you? And then with their corporate training, they're not trained to stop. So you're not dealing with the assholes on the street or the fooled on the street. A lot of them are assholes, a lot of them are just fooled and misled. But you're not dealing with them. Although they're the face and they're the ones that come to you, you will see when they're talking to you, they will try and talk to you like, I'm just a man, I'm just talking to you, I'm just wondering, it just makes me think, and I'm suspicious, and I'm the man or the corporation, which is it? So they are confused, they're very confused, but we can't fix that shit. We can't fix that shit. All we can fix is ourselves. And while we're trying to fix everything else, we're acquiescing to ourselves. Now I'm a great one to talk, aren't I? But the reality is, everybody's focusing on all sorts of splintered crap at the minute. And you're splintered with this crap, so you're splintered and not united. So all these disgusting and fucking ridiculous things that people are falling for and jumping down, and every new fucking actor, be it an old woman or whatever, that gets pushed over, you fall for, it's disgusting, there needs to be another uproar about. It's all distraction and you're all falling for it, every single twist and turn, aided by those fucking idiots that make the videos about every little twist and turn, trying to rile you up. They should be transparent by now. They have been to me for a fucking long time. But it is what it is. Human nature, you'll do as you wish. But folks, there you go. Just a little quick one there again. Make of it what you will. Do as ye please. I can only tell you how it is, and that's what I do. There's no airs and graces, there's no bullshit. There's just a man here telling you what he knows, and nobody fucking ever tells me I'm wrong, do they? So, hey, there you go. Do with it as you please. Catch you later. Have a good one. Ta-da.